to the Massive Action Plan. My name is Staci Wallace, and it is my joy today to give you a sneak peek of how we take an individual through the Massive Action Plan. Now, I've got on the other line, I'm getting ready to tap over a gal named Marcy Johnson that is going to go through the Massive Action Plan for the very first time. Now, she signed up about 12 hours ago, and so we're taking her through the Massive Action Plan just like you'll want to take every single new member that you enroll into Solavei. You'll want to take them through this plan as well. Now, if you've never gone through this plan yourself, well, then just pretend you're Marcy and let this train you, equip you, and give you a roadmap to get to $1,000 within the first 90 days. Now, obviously, we have a vision with Solavei, not just to create millionaires or people who are building massive organizations, but we really do have a heart to create millions of thousandaires, people who would recognize that a few $100s or even $1,000 a month could change their lives. So hold on just a second. I'm going to pop over and get Marcy on the line with us. Marcy, are you there?
Oh, hey, Staci. How are you? Yes, see, I'm here.
Oh, great. Well, I am very excited that you're here. We are going to go through something really special. Now, I've got some folks listening in on your training right now. They're being trained themselves, so I hope you don't mind that. I want you just to be real, raw, relevant, and just pretend they're not there, because you and I are going to go through this training plan, and I really want you to see how the Massive Action Plan is your roadmap to becoming a thousandaire in 90 days or even less. So we're going to jump through, because we like to keep Solavei very, very simple. And all I want you to do is remember basically three things. Is number one, connect, prepare, and share. Now, you should have downloaded this file on empoweredliving.biz. We have the file there available for you. Did you get a chance to download it?
Yes, I sure did. As a matter of fact, I've got it on my screen so that as you're talking, I can be watching it as well. So perfect.
Okay. Did you happen to print out the file as well?
I did print out the file so I can take notes. Yes.
Okay, good, because this is going to be interactive where you can actually write things down as we go. You can watch it on your screen, and I'm very excited to be able to take you through this, because I think you're going to see how simple Solavei really is. So let's go ahead and get started. Number one is we're going to talk about what it means to get connected. And with Solavei, it's really very simple. In your first 12 hours, we want to make sure you get connected to as much information as you will need to develop your business. We talk about three things: you, Solavei, and the network. And I want to start with that first one is you, Marcy. You're just an extraordinary lady. And we always like to make sure that people understand that really Solavei is going to put a lot of tools out there for you, but the most important brand you will ever represent is you Incorporated. And it's really important that you just really believe not only that Solavei is great and that it's a great value proposition to share with others, but that so are you. There's a greatness inside of you that only you can bring to this earth. And so we really want you to see that the most important belief factor is that you believe that you really can do this and that you've got something to offer. Now, what I want to make sure we do, though, is that we get you set up and connected with the right people and the right information. So you'll see there on that page, it says start date. Now, even though you signed up last night, I want today to be your first day. So write down your start date as today, because this is the day you're really getting started. And then you'll see something there that says ID number. Now, that ID number is very important, because this is what connects you to Solavei. If you ever have any questions or any needs, you're going to be able to contact member support at 866-SOLAVEI, and the first thing they're going to ask you is, what is your ID number? That's how they recognize you in the system. So you want to make sure, go ahead and write that ID number down there. The second thing is that username. Now, that's how the world is going to recognize you. Basically, every member gets a replicated website. So your website is going to be solavei.com/ whatever username you picked. Let's just say it's Marcy J. And so your username there is going to be very important, because that's what you're going to tell people to go to. And every time someone goes to solavei.com/ Marcy J, that is going to be their way of connecting to you and making sure that if they do enroll, that you get credit for it. So that username is real important. It's also what you might want to use on your branding, on your business cards. So that's real important for you to take note of. Now, I also want you to look there, direct sponsor and team leader. These are two really important lifelines for you. your personal sponsor is the person that brought you into the business, and you want to make sure you put their name right there and their phone number. And then you want to pick a team leader, maybe somebody that's in your upline that you respect the way they do business, someone that you consider to be a mentor, or maybe you want to reach out and find someone like that and put their phone number in there as well. Basically, those are two lifelines that if you ever need anything, if you ever have any questions and you can't get a hold of member support for some reason, make sure you've got a couple of contacts there. Now, speaking of member support, I want to tell you how to get connected to Solavei. There's a few things that you want to make sure you do from a branding perspective and then from a social perspective. Socially, you want to make sure that you connect in with facebook.com/Solavei, our Twitter account, the YouTube account, and you'll be able to get a lot of information. Now, Solavei is always posting, and if you're ever wondering, I wonder what I should say, you can just go in there and share the post and then put in a little blurb of your own, and you'll see how they've made it very socially simple for you to be able to share Solavei with the world. Now, member support. This is your lifeline to everything Solavei. There is a website, and I'm actually going to pop out of this screen here real quick to be able to show you support.solavei.com. Now, you can see here, this is everything you will need to know educationally about Solavei. There's going to be tutorials. There's going to be educational experience going on. You can see equipment, phone support center, iPhone support center, member resources, information on coverage, mobile service, tells you how to earn. One of the ones that I like most is right here. Well, it's right there as well, Hot Topics. When you click on Hot Topics, it's going to take you to the hottest, most frequently asked questions. And, of course, there's the enrollment questions. We've got top phone questions that you can look at as well. So basically, this is a training experience for you to go through. And to be honest with you, our member support team, this is what they use in order to answer questions. So before you call 866-Solavei, if you've got time, I would pop in here, see if the question is already posted, and then, of course, you can call 866-Solavei, which is going to be your access to getting a hold of somebody that can answer your questions there at our member support team. Then, of course, we've also got live chat. Now, to access live chat, you need to log into your Solavei account. You just go to solavei.com and click log in and use your username and password, and then you'll be able to see that live chat icon. Now, both live chat and 866-Solavei are interactive. They're live, so you'll be able to get a hold of somebody right there. Now, a few websites that you'll want to take note of is solavei.com. That's, of course, our website. You can access everything Solavei through solavei.com. Log in, and you can access your own personal my.solavei.com, or you can just go to my.solavei.com. On the website there, solavei.com, you can access member tools in the bottom right-hand corner. And then there's something also called Solavei Gear. Again, I'm going to pop out here, and I want to show you Solavei Gear because this is how you are going to be able to brand yourself. And you can see there we've got all kinds of shirts. And isn't that neat? Yeah.
Yes, excellent. I love this.
So there's hats, there's jump drives, there's some tumblers, backpacks, and this is being added to all the time. But Solavei Gear is a great place for you to be able to get yourself branded. Now let's pop back into that webinar there, and you will also see that the next thing we want to tap you into is the network. Now you're going to be able to tap into the network and see that we as the leaders in Solavei, and it's myself and the other top leaders in the company, have come together to form a network of calls that can be equipping and training everyone pretty much 4 days a week, and then we've got them throughout the weekend, but we let individual teams handle those dates. But here's what we've got collectively is Monday nights we do a team huddle webinar, and that's kind of like an all y'all or a family get-together where everybody comes together for the team huddle, and we talk about hot topics, updates. We have corporate executives that come on as guests, top achievers that we interview them and find out, hey, what is working for you? It's also where you're going to be able to webinar. So you're going to have visuals. We're going to do recognition there. So that Monday is like a family meeting, team huddle webinar, 6 p.m. Pacific. Now, 6 p.m. on Tuesdays is a really unique call because this is called Solavei Spotlight, where some of the top achievers are actually interviewing corporate executives, interviewing some of the top leaders in the company, and it's a great time for you to connect with really the pros and what they're doing. Wednesday morning is an FAQ call at 9 a.m. Pacific, And that's where we get the most frequently asked questions of the week. Maria Pinchevsky, who's our head of member experience, and some of her leaders of that team come on and give us the official answers to those frequently asked questions. And then Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific is our training webinar. Now, this training webinar every single week is basically tapping you into a topic that is going to help accelerate conversions, help accelerate the productivity in your business. It really is focused on productivity. Now, that whole list there, you can go to www.empoweredliving.biz, and right there you're going to be able to see the webinar links, the phone numbers, and it stays consistent, so we just have that one spot there that you can go to. And then, of course, there's other group websites as well that people can tap into, but this is kind of like a one source that everyone can tap into there. So next thing is, oh, well, there you see, George is popping up. When George pops up, that means George has something to say, and when George speaks, we listen. He's like E.F. Hutton. And George here says, within your first 12 hours, plug into a team call or webinar and learn from the pros. They say within first 12 hours that whatever you do in your first 12 hours will determine the success of your next 12 months. So we really encourage you to begin taking action immediately. Tap into one of those calls or webinars, get information, go into your solavei.com website, check it out, look around, and then, of course, within your first 24 hours, we want to begin to help you get started on taking action that equates to productivity. So to do that, the next step is prepare. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a list. Now, we've heard about this for many years, people talking about your list, and whether it's new school, old school, cold market, warm market, your list is very important because it's basically the people that you want to tell about Solavei first. We like to encourage you to start with people you like, love, and trust. Those are the people that probably you want more than ever to be able to share in the value proposition of $49 or free to help them save some money. But also we want you to think about, and your list may be 12, 24, 100, 2,000 people, but we always want you to have the perspective of finding 12 leaders, 12 people who could go out and get 12 people who could go out and get 12 people. We encourage you to do that. That's the way I started my business, and people have often asked, Staci, what have you done to have so many thousands and thousands of people? Really, this is what we did, this massive action plan, and why some of the top achievers in the company, we came together to put this massive action plan together because it's what's working best. Now, a lot of people do other things, and some people do different microsites and landing pages, but really what we've done is we've looked at the statistics of what's causing the greatest amount of growth, and it's still these simple things like make your list. And in this list, what you're going to do in a minute is I'm going to show you exactly how to begin to engage that list. The next thing you want to do is learn the basics. Now, we've got something called Solavei 101, which is actually available in your support community. You're going to be able to go in there and actually learn everything you need to know about Solavei, and we really encourage you to do that. They've got a process set up that you can learn about activation, you can learn about mobile service, you can learn about how to engage in the outreach manager. So one of the things I want to share with you today, though, that is really important before we set any goals is our basic building block of our compensation plan is called a trio. A trio is very simple. It's basically when you or somebody in your network enrolls 3 people to Solavei service. So every time a trio is formed, basically compensation is paid out. Now, you're going to be able to see a full overview of our compensation plan, which I think you actually already have, but you may remember that trio basically makes the world go around. Every time a trio is paid out, there's numerous ways that you can earn income, actually 4 ways that you can earn income. One is fast action bonuses, which happens within your first 60 days. Those are quick money to help people pay for a cell phone or maybe pay off their termination fee or maybe just have some extra cash. Then we also have trio pay. Trio pay is basically every time one of these trios is formed, you get $20 a month every time you form one. But what's even cooler is when they form one, you get another $20. So you get paid $20 a month for every trio in your first 2 degrees, everyone you know and everyone they know. And then, of course, we have path pay and path bonuses and other ways that you earn income as those trios just continue to expand and more trios are created in your overall network. So what I want to start with you is talking about how we can begin setting goals and it's all going to be based around those trios. Now, we don't have you every month. You don't have to buy lotions, potions, or pills. You don't have to pay a monthly, what they call auto ship. There's not some big engagement enrollment fee that you have to pay hundreds of dollars or thousands to get involved. Really, everything revolves around that $49 a month, unlimited voice, text, and data. So let's start off with looking at some 7-day, 30-day, 90-day goals. Let me ask you this question, Marcy. What would an extra $1,000 a month right now mean to you?
Well, I'm just looking at that and thinking what a huge blessing that would be to me. I don't know if you know, but a few years ago I was injured on the job, and so I became disabled and couldn't go into work anymore. It was really, really difficult for me to accept that, but I'm just really excited about Solavei because I can see that now I can help our family earn some more money and bring in some income. We have 3 kids. They'll need to be going to college before I know it. So if we can just start using the Solavei income to save money for our kids to go to college, that would just be fantastic. And I'm just thrilled. I'm so excited. I love helping people. I love talking with people. And so this is something I can still do from home. So it just gets me excited. And when I look up there and see the make your list, that's just even better because I can think of so many people who are in a similar boat as me, and they need to earn extra money. They have kids too. They have debt. They have different things they need to pay for. And so I've already started filling in people's names, and I'm so, so, so excited. So thank you. Yes, $1,000 extra a month would be huge.
So for you, a lot of people have different reasons why they do Solavei. Some people, an extra, just being able to have their cell phone paid for every month free, that's their first goal. They just I just want to share it with enough people that I don't have that monthly nut of my cell phone. I was just with a gal yesterday, and she's paying $300 a month for her cell phone.
Oh, my word.
And she said the thought that could be wiped off my budget, that's a game changer. And when we think about that, I know there's people that get involved in Solavei and they want to make thousands and thousands of dollars a month. But really our heart is not to create a few millionaires, it's to create millions of thousandaires. And when we can do that, to create a thousandaire, and when you see the compensation plan, you see that we've laid the fruit low enough there so that can really happen for people. And what I'm about to show you will show you just how simple it is. It's not easy because you still have to talk to people. You still have to take initiative. But it's doable, and we've made it doable enough so that a lot of people can get to that point. I know a lot of people that have multiple streams of income. They've tried different businesses, and it's just been very difficult for them to even get their money back. I think it's just a very, very small percentage, even in direct sales, that ever even make their money back. So we want to break the mold on that by helping people not only get their money back, because it's a very, very small investment to get started in the first place, but more importantly, get them to that $1,000 a month income, reoccurring income every single month coming in. So I want to show you what that's going to look like for you, Marcy, just here in the next 90 days. I'm going to show you what to do, and then it's going to be up to you to do it. So here's your first goal. In the first 7 days, I want you to get a trio. Now you see what it looks like. It's basically 3 people. So we've left you a space there for those 3 people's names. You may have to talk to 5 or 6, but our goal is to find 3 people that you can help save every month with that $49 a month mobile service. When you get 3 people enrolled in Solavei, you're just going to check off that got it. Now, a couple things are going to happen when you get that trio. Number 1, you're going to start getting bonuses. You're going to get fast action bonus. Remember, I said within your first 60 days, there's something called a fast action bonus. That's the company's way of laying it out there, giving you incentive to go get 12 people in your first 60 days. Well, I'm going to push you a little faster than that. So in your first 7 days, I want you to get a trio. And by doing that, another thing that happens, it kicks in something called Trio Pay. You're going to start getting $20 a month for every trio you enroll in Solavei. So your first goal in your first 7 days is get a trio. You think you can do that?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Good answer. Okay, and that means in your next 30 days, I want you to set a 30-day goal to get 4 trios. That would be 12 people. It's called your FAB, a full FAB. Your FAB is your fast action bonus. Now there's 4 FAB payouts. For your first trio, you're going to get $50 bonus. For your second trio, you're going to get an extra $100. For your third, $200. And as you can see there, when you get 4 trios or 12 people, you're going to get a total of a $650 bonus. I want you to do that your first month. So an extra $650 this month would probably come in handy, right?
Oh, my goodness, that would be great. Thank you.
So what you're going to do once you do that, just check off the boxes on your paper there, and then you're going to say, got it. And that's very exciting because this is going to lead you into what is going to be your 90-day Thousandaire plan. As you can see, George has popped up there. He says, you want to build with massive action? Well, then get 12 people and help them get 12 people too. And remember, 12 people is your full fab. So right down here where you see 4th fab, that means you got 4 trios, or like George says, 12 people. That's going to give you the $650 bonus. So in your first 30 days, I want you to get your first 12. And then in your next 30 to 60 days, we're going to help your 12 get their 12. And in doing that, that is going to make you one of our Thousandaires. You're going to hit these qualifications. That's the qualification to be making $1,000 a month path pay. But in addition to that, if you've got 12 people who got 12, you're going to be making over $2,000 a month, Marcy. Just get 12 people and teach them how to do the same.
Let's do it. I'm excited. Let's get
I love
going.
that.
Yes.
Another thing I want you to do as well is remember this trio, because at the end of this, I'm going to give you a challenge about getting your trio in your first 7 days. So first 7 days, get a trio. First 30, get your full fab. Within 90 days, we're going to help 12 people do the same thing, and that's going to make you one of our Thousandaires. It's pretty exciting. Okay, let's move on to step number 3, which is share. And this is within your first 48 hours. We want you to take action. Now, you may do this quicker, but we definitely want you to take action within your first 48 hours. There's 3 things that you're going to take a look at doing: inviting, follow up, and enroll. Basically, this is what you're going to do every single day. This is going to be your new MO: invite, follow up, enroll. When we look at inviting, it's going to be very simple. I'm going to show you exactly how this is going to work. The first thing we want to do is go back to that original list that we just did a minute ago right there, and we are going to begin to contact them. It's going to be very simple. I want you just to, maybe it would be something like this. Hey, Marcy, this is Stacy, and I just found out a way that my family is actually going to be getting all of our cell phones paid for free every single month. And I know you and I were talking the other day about some of the things your family's been going through, and I thought this could probably be really great for you guys. Do you mind if I send you over a little 6-minute video? I want you to take a look at it, and then I'll give you a call tonight. Does 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock work best for you? And then let's say you pick 9 o'clock. Well, then I'm going to go into my Outreach Manager. We're going to go right in here, and I basically went to solavei.com, and I logged in. And then after I logged in, I clicked on Network, and you'll see it pulls this up. When I do that, I click on Outreach Manager. And this is the Outreach Manager, what you're looking at here. And what you'll see is Solavei has really set you up for success so that you don't have to be some kind of hyper salesperson or have all these kind of contact tracker systems. They do it for you. So when you're ready to go in, and let's just say you've got your list of 12, you've contacted them, and we're going to start with your first person. You're going to go in here, and you're going to see 3 icons. Now, this is for email, and this is for Twitter, and this is for Facebook. I like to think that Facebook and Twitter are more like announcements because you're going out there and you're telling the world, hey, check out Solavei, this is cool, but it's really not that personal because it's really an announcement to a whole bunch of people at one time. Now, I encourage you, after we get off this phone, you're going to go make an announcement on Facebook and Twitter, and I'm going to show you how easy that is. But for right now, I want us to think about that first person on your list. We're going to go in, and we're going to click right there. It's going to take us to the Outreach Manager. Now, you'll see here, Invite. Now, we just clicked on Invite, and it's going to give us a number of tools that we can send. So let's just say I had that talk with you, and I told you I was going to send you a short little 6-minute video. Well, that video would be what is Solavei. So I'm going to pick, and that's personally what I send first. And so I'm going to click on here. I just click Send Email, and I'm going to be able to put Marcy Johnson, and then I'm going to put your email address in there, and I'm going to be able to scroll down here, And I can actually obviously see that Solavei has actually put in a canned email that I could use if I wanted to, if I didn't know what to say. But I like to make it a little bit more personal than that. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go, "Hi, Marcy. Great chatting with you today. Here's the 6-minute video I told you about. I'll talk to you at 9 p.m. Okay, so then we'd go down and we would just send that email. Now, why do I put 9 p.m.? I'm actually setting up an appointment to follow up. I don't like to just blast things out to people and leave it kind of floating. I really like to continually drip on them with strategy. So I really want to make sure that I'm walking them, because you know how it is with kids and baseball games and diapers and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
People
yes.
get busy and they forget. But if I
Right.
set an appointment with them, they take it a little bit more serious. So I would just then scroll down and I would click send. So now let's go back here and let's look at our PowerPoint presentation and see where that leaves us. So we've basically gone in, we've loaded our list into Outreach Manager, and we've sent the email. We chose that video. I chose the 6-minute video and then sent it off. Now, following up is really important. And like I said, I set an appointment for follow-up. So at 9 p.m., I'm going to call back Marcy and I'm going to say, "Hey, Marcy, did you get a chance to take a look at that video?" And you're going to say, "Yeah, I did." And I'm going to ask you this question. What did you like most about what you saw? Now, that is a very important question. In fact, it's a question that has been proven in sales to be the #1 way to close a sale. What I want to do is I want to set you up to give me a positive answer so I can hear something good. So when I say, "What did you like most about what you saw?" maybe you would say, which you did, I remember, you said, "Staci, I love the idea of being able to get this off my budget. Can you tell me more about the compensation plan?" Well, this is what's so cool about Solavei. They have stacked the deck in your favor. When you go back into it, and if you'll look right here, it says track your list and then choose another follow-up tool if necessary. Well, if you want to know how to get paid, and maybe I'm not really proficient enough to share with you the compensation plan, I can actually go back in here and I can go back into my Outreach Manager. Okay, so I'm going to go right down here and I'm going to send you the compensation plan video. And that's going to allow you to take a look at the compensation plan. And I can do that with any of these tools. If you'll see here, there's all these tools. What is Solavei? The I Am Solavei video launch, which is a little commercial that personally is one of my favorites as well. Maybe we're running a special, for example, a free mobile service. I could go in here and I can send you that, or I could post it to Facebook. So basically what the company has done is they have set you up with a lot of tools that you're going to be able to get in there and follow up. Now, if I happen to call you and you say, "Look, I love this, how do I get started?" Well, you're basically going to just always continue to send them what they need until they're ready to say that same thing. How do I get started? And when they do, then you're just going to go in there and you're going to begin to enroll them. Now, George has always something very important to say, so obviously he's popped up here to say, "By now you may have received your phone or SIM card. Be sure to activate your SIM and join a trio." What that means basically is very soon you're going to get your SIM card in the mail. I don't think you didn't order a phone, did you? You actually got the SIM card, right?
Right. Yes, I got the SIM card.
Okay, so when those get to you, you want to make sure you activate them immediately, because what that does is it puts you in a trio for your sponsor, and it also triggers the billing cycle so that you have to activate in order to stay active. So if you're going to refer other people, you have to be active in order to maintain that business. After a period of time, if you're inactive, then you'll actually lose that group. So your activity is actually what keeps you engaged, and it's just that $49 a month saying, "Hey, I'm still a part of the system, and I still want to have mobile service with Solavei." So when they're ready to enroll, you're going to send them to solavei.com/your username, which for you would be Marcy J. So you're going to enroll them, and it's going to be very simple. When they go to your solavei.com site, they're going to check coverage, they're going to choose a device or SIM card, and they're going to become a member. And it's really that simple. And then you want to make sure you take them as soon as they become a member right through this massive action plan. And as you go through it, again, remind them to activate their SIM card and to get their first trio within their first 7 days. So it's really that simple. And what I want to remind you about is how important within the next 7 days it is for you to go out and get that first trio. We want you to take massive action. And here's what we've done as a team. We have laid out a little contest, and I'm going to show you here. We've got a couple of other resources, but I want you in the next 7 days to go in here, and you can go to a Facebook page that's called facebook.com/Empowered Living Biz. See that? Empowered Living BIZ. That Facebook page is a place where you're going to be able to tap in, but here's what I want. We've got all kinds of posts that go on there. We make announcements about our phone calls. You can see there's a special training going on this evening. But right down here, I want you to see this post. Got your trio? Let us know. If you're following the new Massive Action Plan, your goal should be to get a trio every 7 days. That means help 3 people save with Solavei every week. When you get your trio, post it here to be entered into a drawing for a free phone. Every trio gets you an entry. Okay, so Marcy, I want you to go out and get a trio and then come back here and just post it down here. So we just posted this up, and every person that goes in here is going to get an entry, and then we're going to do a drawing for a free phone. And we also have in there posted all the different call schedules and how you can get started as well. Okay, so let's go back in here, and let's see if there's anything else that George has to say. Everything starts with a trio, and that's how you are going to get paid on your pay card. Every 2 weeks, they're going to look at your trios within your network that have been formed, and that's how, basically, that's how the compensation plan works. So I just really encourage you right now, make your goal to get that first trio, and then we're going to be able to continue doing that. In the first 90 days, our goal is to get you to that 1,000-daire marker. Now, you'll see on that form that I gave you, there's a number of pages there for you to make your list, and this even shows you where you can put their phone number, their email, and then when you start going into Outreach Manager, you're going to be able to track to here just like you are in Outreach Manager. I want to show you one other thing about Outreach Manager that's really important. It's called the Contact Tracker. So we're going to go back here, and you can see in the Contact Tracker summary, right down here, you're going to be able to view your contact tracker. Now, you can see what this does is it actually shows you how many invitations I've sent out, how many people have looked at it, and then how many people enrolled. So I can actually go into my contact tracker and look at this, and it's going to show me who has looked at it, who signed my guest book, and who's opened my emails. You see that? And so there are, this is an incredible system for you to be able to track everyone that you introduce to Solavei. So here's what I want you to do. We're going to go right back in here. I want you to plan on getting your first 3 people. And when we get off, I want you to go out into that Outreach Manager and start playing with it. At least post something on Facebook and Twitter right away, and that is going to get you started. So that is the Massive Action Plan, and I am so excited for you. This is day 1. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what all you're able to do with Solavei. Do you have any questions?
Oh, no, Staci, this was fantastic. Thank you so much for taking time to walk me through it. Excellent. I'm excited. I'm ready to get my trio.
Okay, well, good. Well, that's exactly what you want to do. And we will, here's what I'm going to do. This is like tennis. I've just hit the ball into your court. Your way of hitting it back is go in there and start loading up the things in Outreach Manager, and let me know at any point if you have any questions. I want to be able to help you walk you through it. And when you get that first trio, go post it in the account and make sure you call me.